Hi everybody. So I went thrifting. Well, I just went into a thrift shop actually. I didn't really go thrifting into lots of shops. I went into two shops, a charity shop and one of our like vintagey stores. The vintage store is just undercover. I can't get you leveled on here, right? I'm trying to put you on my stand, right? But for some reason, it just doesn't want to play. Let's just take you off and try again. Okay, I think we're all right now. You didn't see any of that. So I parked and went and had my hair cut. Doesn't take very long because I just only have a haircut, so it doesn't take long. And I thought when I come out of having my haircut, I thought, I'll go up to the antique. I don't really know what you call it because it's not even a store. It's like in an undercover area. It just has bars that come down. It's like it's open. It's like in between some walls, if you like. I'll have to show you one day what it's like. It's been there for years and she gets all sorts of things. So I went in there and then I went in, went to the shop across the road to get something that I needed to get, and thought, just call in this charity shop on the way back down. Charity shop on the way back down to the car, which I did. And then I get to my car and I see the yellow sticker. The yellow sticker, oh my gosh, on my car. So it ended up being an expensive excursion. If I'd just gone and had my haircut and come straight back to the car, I would have been fine, because in my fibro head, I didn't even think about how long I was parked. I didn't even think about time. And where I was parked was only 30 minutes. And here I was an hour later coming back to my car. Oh my goodness. And this is, for those of you who don't know, this is a parking ticket. This is a parking ticket that they put on your windscreen. I don't even see anybody around because they have a uniform. Traffic wardens have a uniform. Do not ignore. It is an offence for an unauthorised person to remove or interfere with this notice. 50% reduction if paid within 14 days. Goodness, I need to pay this then. So here's my penalty notice. And where I parked, and for longer than I was permitted, and £25. I've got to, if I pay it within 14 days, it's £25. Otherwise it's 50. So my little excursion after my haircut, which the price of haircuts is bad enough, was just crazy. Oh, I'm missing something. Hang on, I'm just also missing something, which I've got, which is absolutely fantastic. And I couldn't not get these. Let me just get them out of my handbag. Sorry, I should probably like cut that bit, split that bit, fast forward that bit, but you might need time to digest that I got a penalty charge. Right, so we'll do the charity shop things next. But first of all, we'll do the things from the antique-y kind of lacy. And I'm doing this because I asked my subscribers if they wanted to see it, and they're like, yes, let's see what you picked up. So if you don't know, Russ is an electrician, trained as an electrician, and he's he's got like a niche in his market that he does. So he started off doing the basics like wiring people's houses, but now he actually gets generators to talk to each other for big institutions like, I don't know, Sainsbury's, the NHS, the Home Office, all sorts. So he He is very focused on one particular part of what he does. And so I thought this book would be really, really interesting. And it is, and I found it really interesting as well about the electricity. So I live, this is England, this bit here. This is Scotland here. From here up is Scotland. This is England. This is Wales over here. And I live down here, south coast, which is lovely and sunny most of the time. And yeah, so I found this really, really interesting. And to show you, this is how much the book cost, 2 and 6. This is when it was printed, and this is first publication in 1966. I just find it so interesting. And, you know, Jack is going to start to get to an age soon. This is all the stuff like Russ talks about. He does control panels for solar panels and stuff like that. And, you know, he's just very, very clever man. And I remember having an electric meter at home and the man coming to read the meter. And we also had a meter that you put 50p in for the electric. And then the man would come and empty. I don't think you've got a picture of that in here. The man would come and empty the meter, empty your 50p's for your charge. That was if you didn't have a lot of money, which we didn't. We were a poor family. No, they don't have it. Don't show you the man coming to collect your 50p's from out the meter. And then this is another thing I found interesting, because today, when I was a kid, we were taught how to change the wires on a plug. We were taught how to change the wires, what all the wires and everything were for, plugs. And you always had in your house extra plugs and extra fuses just in case the fuse blew. But there are so many things today where the plug is attached, so people won't know these basic things. And then there are nowadays, because you can do everything with your smartphone, you know, just tell your smartphone to put the kettle on. These are basic. This is basic stuff that, you know, that we're not teaching kids today. And I just find that sad. Find it very sad. I know time moves and I know things move on, but it comes to a point, if you don't know the basics, you really don't know how you're going to get to the bottom of the problem. You just plaster over the problem all the time, or it's going to become a software problem. And software is being built for things that really you don't need software for. So yeah, I found it's absolutely fascinating, that one. And then, of course, with Jack's our grandson who's 2. I picked this one up as well because this is just basic things to make. Basic. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. Anybody remember making a whip and a top? Oh my gosh. Yes, 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 I do. Wow. It's just crazy. Picture for your room. Snake out of the old cotton reels. My step monster, she used to do gloving, and so she always had like extra big spools of stuff lying around. We used to always be using that to make stuff. I'm sure you will have made stuff out of dried pasta and that in your time. But look, it's all just simple stuff. Why would we teach kids to make stuff out of paper beads? Imagine the dexterity it goes into making that. Oh, someone's ringing Russ's tablet. A miniature garden. Ah, you can buy these. Why buy them when you can make them? Sorry about that. That's Russ's tablet ringing. It'll stop in a minute. And a lot of you have been here for a long time, know that Russ flies. He has a flying machine. And so he's really interested in air and wind and stuff like that. So I thought this is another good one. Look, this one belongs to a primary school in Devon. Again, 2 and 6. First published 1963. So I'm sure this was the first one because it isn't a reprint. But look at the old pictures. Air and burning. Squeezing air. air pressure. I mean, even the pictures are absolutely fascinating to me. And of course, magnets, bulbs, and batteries. Obviously, it goes with Russ's electricity. Just because Russ said to me, oh yeah, we'll be able to get him some kits. I said, Russ, you don't need to get those blooming kits. Look in here. Got stuff that, you know, it shows you. I remember doing certain stuff as a kid, and I was like, I'm sure we didn't need to buy kits. It was used from stuff we had around. Fabulous, isn't it? Even the old pictures, aren't they just amazing how colourful and luscious they are? You know, they're not beige. Just so brilliant. Obviously, he's too young for this yet, but, you know, it's just fabulous stuff. Here's a list of the few articles you'll need for the experiments in this book. You will probably have most of them. See, tell you what you need as well, just to do these simple experiments. Just fantastic stuff. I cannot pass up this. This is lovely. Ladybird Book of Prayers Through the Year. 1964. The illustrations are just amazing. Where are we? We're September now. August. I think September. Yeah, it's the next one then. September. We plough the fields and scatter the good seed on the land. For it is fed and watered by God's almighty hand. Isn't that the song? We used to sing that song in primary school, and it's just in my brain. I used to sing it in church. The harvest. I loved the harvest festival time. Thank you, our Heavenly Father, for harvest time, for ripe fruit in the orchards and berries in the hedges, for the vegetable harvest and all the food gathered in and stored for winter days. Because isn't that what you used to have to do, was store it for the winter? That's why we used to, you know, can stuff, jar stuff, get it all ready, pickle things, freeze things, you know? And that's why I hate waste, I suppose. Thank you, Father, for our daily bread. And then we get to October. But look, it's so flipping cute again. Ah. Just love it. Just absolute. The birth of Jesus. So yeah, I couldn't pass that up. I've got one like it down in Hillside, so that'll go down there. And then I found this. This is for a friend of mine who lives in Canada, so I will be sending this on to her, because this is what somebody obviously bought while they were over there, and it's $19.99. So I thought that she might like to see what they came up with for tourists during that time. I just thought it was really interesting. I hope she finds it as interesting as I do. Me and Russ love looking through old maps and things like that. And here is an old map. The West Country, which is where I live. 6-inch motoring map of Great Britain by the RAC. 3. What is that? 3 pence. Can somebody tell me? Does that mean 3 pence? So there's Lundy. So we went with Jack the other day. Barnstable, South Molton, Biddeford, Bude. No, Ilfracombe. No, where are you? Barnstable. Trying to find where we took Jack the other day. Bampton, Tiverton, Crediton. So it was around here somewhere. Tiverton. It's not very far away from our home where we took him the other day when we went for our long weekend. That we had a great time, but Grandma tired after that. Crediton, Tiverton, Bampton, Wiveliscombe, Dulverton, there it is. So this is where we took Jack the other day when we went away in the caravan for a few days. Jack's first time in our caravan, and we live like right over here somewhere. but that's only about an hour away. This is my main town. Oh no, we live closer to here. We used to live over there. We live down here now. Caroline, remember where you live. So this is Taunton. This is our main town. That's close to me. And so, yeah. And there's Dulverton. That's where we took him there. And so it's really interesting for me and Russ to see the old maps. We love looking at old maps. See how things change as time goes on. And then, of course, I had to get this. This is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is going to go down in Hillside. Printed in England in 1969. This is just how I saw her, because this is the book that I read a lot as a child. This is Snow White to me. See, and look at the evil stepmom. She doesn't look as evil, does she? But she is. Looks are deceiving, guys. And all the little beds. I just love all the little decorations and everything. I just think that was fantastic. And then I always like, another thing I always like to do is look in the postcards. Oh, that's meant to be over there. Is the postcards. And so I hope this is not too boring for anybody. I'm sorry if it is. So then I like, if sometimes I send these to people that I think will like them. And I send them a little like hello in the mail. This is an old birthday card on a postcard. And this one, it's like really strange how it's like printed. Just really, really, really nice. Really nice. But they were postcards, look. Not cards. Let me see, do I have any more? Yeah, I did. I had this one as well. I don't know. Is it weird to you? These are not handmade. These are actually printed out. These are how they were back in the day. How they were back in the day. You can tell that that one's printed off of another one. It's not even a copy. These are copies. This one here, this is a copy from a book that had lots of old vintage pictures in. The lady told me. So this is not, the picture is an original kind of picture. This is just a photograph that then a person compiled a book and then they sold it. And then look at this old Christmas card. If you see this one up this year, you'll know that Ruth and Harry sent me this. Oh, Mum. Oh, from Mum to Ruth and Harry. Thanks, Mum and Ruth and Harry, because this is going to be added to my Christmas decorations this year. Look at that. It's so oldie, old-fashioned. Love it. And then this one. Do you remember these guys? These old-fashioned like cards. I do. This is probably from the 80s, I reckon. Printed in Great Britain. And again. Ruth and Harry. From Ruth and Harry. Oh, I didn't twig on. To Ruth and Harry. From Ruth and Harry. This is to Pam and Pete. Oh. Wonder if they're all entwined. And then I just got this postcard because I do have some post boxes and things down in Hillside as a memory of John, who was Sheena's husband and passed away from COVID. And I absolutely love John so much. And I just came across this, and it's an old print. It's an old print. It tells you where it is, of a George V post box. And then this one. Look at this one. Birthday greetings to you. Printed in England. Love. When I went into the charity shop and I was talking to the lady in the charity shop and I showed her this, and she said that cards like this were given out in the 50s. And like you get them today, but oh my God, I just love it. See, so it's like double card to make it stand out. But you know, this was printed in England and now you get them printed in China. But just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All those flowers. I love it. This was to Shirley. Lots of love, Mummy and Daddy. These thoughts are for you only and filled with birthday cheer. May happiness attend you on each day of the year. Oh, so cute. I blooming love it. I really, really love it. Did they bring back any memories for anybody? So cute. Sorry if you found any of that boring, but this is just the sort of thing I love to see. And I was just excited when I seen all of that. And then I bought these. These are from the 1920s. It's going to clean them up. But look, this is where you would put your stamps in your bureau. Oh my gosh, I'm going to keep my stamps in there. I love that. That's so blooming cute. And then with that, it was this, and I have never seen one with the paper, so I had to get it. Shopping list. Ah, look at it. And you'd have your little pencil and you'd write your shopping list on and how much it cost total, so you could keep a track of your money going in and out. I remember my stepmom and my dad, like when they actually lived together, right, really when I was really, really young, used to go do their budget like every week. Like dad would bring his wage packet. I remember that, and I was real little, and they would sit down and budget. And look, so that's like for mother to keep her shopping list up together, how much she was spending, how much she had left. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I just had to take it. They are just so precious to me. I mean, I don't know, you know, that I'm not going to do anything with that, but I just never seen one with the paper in. It was the paper that got me. Look at it. Actually got the paper in, and some of the paper's been used. Oh, that's blooming lovely. I love them. I'm going to clean them up. So as I say, that was amazing, that my little haul there. And then I went into the charity shop, and in the charity shop I got some, because I'm really keen to get back in making some Christmas cards and making some cards. So I got these stamps. They all say different things like happy birthday, wish, may all your dreams come true, celebrate. Those sort of things. It was only £1. So I can do my stamping. Well, if my hands will let me. This cute little mirror, handheld mirror. She had quite a few mirrors in that charity shop. And hi. She had quite a few mirrors in the charity shop, and I thought this is a nice one, handheld. Doesn't magnify though, but I like it. I like the handle on it. And Russ and I love this program. Does anybody know this program? Me and Russ absolutely love it. And we've been there to visit where they filmed it. They filmed it in North Yorkshire. And, oh God, I can't remember what it's called. Jeez Louise. We watch it every night because there's always playing reruns of it on ITV3. And it's one of those programs you can just put on and have on in the background and know everything that's going on. Oh my gosh, that's Aidensfield is the place, but what's the actual film called? And not the series. And they actually brought out loads of music to go with it from the 60s, the 70s and the 50s. And I had loads and loads of those CDs and that at one point, because I just love all that music as well. So this is a magnet that I found down there, because it's really hard to get the stuff now, because once they stopped filming, they the village has gone back to how it was, and it is no longer like all laid out for people to go and see as Aidensfield. Can somebody tell me what that is called, please, in the comments? Because my mind has gone completely blank, and I'd have to put the telly on and go and scroll through to find it. But yeah, I loved that program. So I thought I picked that up, put that on the fridge. Then I got some of these for £1. Just some black and white cards. Just for the babies. They are still sealed. They haven't been opened. So I thought I'd just get those. They would be good as props for £1. Black and white is what the colours that babies first see. And then all of the kids are really, well, not Timothy, all of the girls are, how did the lady showed me? Look at, oh God, Frankie's at school. How does that look? Oh, can you hear the wind? It's a windy day. Oh no. Oh, I can't unlock it. How did the lady unlock it? Oh my God. Well, this is going to be a mystery because I can't open it. I'll have to show you this in another video. What is inside here? I can't, I think I might have to go on YouTube myself and find... No, I'll have to wait till Frankie comes home. I don't want to bust it. Frankie would be most disappointed in me if I bust it. Oh, the lady did show me because she pushed it over or something. I mean, I'm filming this on Monday and it was on Friday when I went to the shop. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there then. I'm going to have to wait until Frankie comes home to show you that. But there you go. I hope that wasn't too boring. I know people did want to see what I got when I went thrifting. So again, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.